Our next speaker is our leader, but also full professor of food science and technology, José Rufian. He's gonna talk about the Stance4Health trials. José Ángel, thank you very much.
Me again. Thank you, Francis. Well, here am I again. I'm really sorry about that, but I love being the protagonist of everything on this project. So I repeat again. So this is my way of behavior. In this case, what I'm going to talk about is about the trials about personalized nutrition we are currently doing in our project, okay? I'm not going to move deeply on this, but before that, I'm going to introduce you why we mixed the gut microbiota nutrition with the human nutrition, okay? Thanks, Pilar, for not explaining everything in your slides. So I will try to review this. Here you are. You know that as human beings, we were moving in Africa and wherever many millions of years ago. Our previous hominids, okay, were moving there, running before the lions and trying to spread, okay, or to live. Well, what has been happening here in this diagram, you are going to see how the human health status improved in the same manner that the human evolution we had through the diet, okay? So what happened? Sometimes, many years ago, we suffered the first nutritional transition where the human beings discovered the fire and how they can use the fire against the lions, but also to cook different meats, okay? To cook different foods. And so they allowed them to extract more nutrients for food, and their brains became bigger, okay, and they became more intelligent. What happened with that? They developed different technologies thanks to this, and then they had a second nutritional transition. You can see here that they developed agriculture, farming, and this allowed human beings to have enough food the whole year. This allowed them to spread across the world, okay? So the health status was even increasing and increasing and increasing. But what happened? 2 centuries ago, okay, we obtained the third nutritional transition, okay, a strong modification of the foods, okay, regarding the use of processed foods, and also the modification of the food environment. We are surrounding of that extremely different food environment compared with that we had previously. What happened here? For the first time in our history, in the human history, the health status, the general health status decreased because of there was a strong modification of our nutritional habits, okay? So we tried to modify this. How? We tried to modify this, modifying using the personalized nutrition and also to empower consumers to adopt these strategies of personalized nutrition, okay? This is what we tried to do. Oh, sorry. I think I moved it, this one. Yes, now it's here. So this is why our strategy was try to modify this, okay, through personalized nutrition. This is why Stance4Health is today here, okay? Do you have this in mind, right? So, we have here a biologic issue, okay? Human beings, where their evolution took a lot of time, okay? And during that time, the human genome was adapting to these modifications. But what happened? The third nutritional transition took time in a very short time of period. The gut microbiome is able to modify quite fast to the modification of the diet, but the human beings, the human genome is not able to adapt to this, okay? So our gut microbiome has been modified, adapted to to the current diet, okay? Which is not, is completely different to the previous healthy diet we had. And so here we are talking different languages, the human being and the microbiome counterpart, okay? And so we have a fight against these different languages, and we need to speak again the same language. This is what we have, why we have a biological issue here. Well, so our main question was, will be this modification of the gut microbiota part of the responsible modifications in the health effects? The decrease on the usual health status of the human beings could be? Well, this could be, as Pilar talked previously, you know that we are in a symbiotic mutualism relationship with our gut microbiota, okay? And both the human beings and the microorganisms obtain a benefit, okay? Each other. We provide nutrients to these microorganisms and the gut microorganisms and all the microorganisms we have in our body, okay? Provide us with some health properties. Well, this is what it is supposed to do. So we need to keep changing our mind because of about the relation of me. All of us think of me, the human being, okay? But we need to start to think about us, me and my microbiome, the whole microbiome. In our case, in our project, the gut microbiome, okay? So just think about nutrition. I'm professor of human nutrition, so I need to talk about nutrition, okay? Me. What do we know about the nutritional rules of the human being? We know a lot, okay? About the amount of proteins, fat, vitamins, whatever we are discovering about the polyphenols or whatever. We know a lot of things, and we are studying a lot of things. But we know, what do we know about us, the nutrition of us, the human holobiont, our microbiome? What do we know about this? Nobody knows. This is a clean new research field, okay? We don't know almost anything about the proper nutrition of our gut microbiome, okay? Yes, dietary fiber or whatever, but dietary fiber is just a very wide concept, okay? We need to focus more precise. Yes, so what we need is to propose a paradigm change in nutritional sciences, just moving from anthropocentrism to holobioncentrism. That means that the human nutrition should move to think about the nutritional rules of the whole holobiont, okay? Not just on the human being. Of course, we love cookies, plenty of chocolate or whatever, but maybe for our gut microbiota it's not the best food, okay? So we need to change our mind and to try to unravel what is the best nutritional routes and foods for the holobiont, right? Well, how can we achieve that? As I told you before, with this scheme of the Stance4Health project, trying to unravel the different interactions with the foods of the gut microbiome and the human being, whatever, and integrated them in our app, and trying to unravel how this functions in the human intervention, which is what I'm going to talk about now. Well, don't worry about the data here, okay? It's just to put it that what we are going to do in one of these groups is to perform an intervention with adults, healthy adults, okay? Because of, you know, that depending on the different pathologies that a human being can have, the gut microbiota can be modified, okay? And so the rules for one pathology could be different to a different pathology or for a healthy human being, okay? So we are focusing on healthy adults. Overweight could be, okay, or lean adults, but not to talk about this, okay? So in this case, what we are going to do in this sense is try to move to the next slide, if it wants to, yeah. Yes. What we did first was to register the intervention we are going to perform with adults and also with children, the next one. And what we are doing here is to split our participants in two different intervention levels. The first one, first personalization level, using the app, okay, to follow the rules we have been developing, okay? The human nutritional rules plus the gut microbiota rules, okay? This is the first intervention level, but the second one includes the use of this app, but also the use of a more personalized approach using in vitro diagnostics test in order to check how the personalized nutrition is modifying the metabolism of the human being, okay? The use of a wearable, and a smart wearable, to check the physical activity levels and so on, and also the production of different enriched foods, okay? Plenty of tannins, in order to try to modify, to push the gut microbiota to a healthier state, okay? This is what we have been doing, and of course, we have this, we have done this in 2 different groups, okay? With healthy adults. So we have the first level intervention, just using the iDiet app, okay? And of course, analyzing the composition of the gut microbiota, because we need to know before start the intervention what is the composition of the gut microbiota, and depending on that, the app, an oncologist from Technum, calculate what kind of foods and what kind of cooking modifications are better for this specific gut microbiota, so that the app gives you the best approach for you as human being and for your gut microbiota, okay? But the second level, the deeper level of personalization, also include the use of the wearable, the analysis of the urine metabolites, and also the supplements, using, of course, a placebo or the personalized supplements, okay? In capsules given to the adults. Yes, this is what we did. And of course, depending on the time of the intervention that lasted 12 weeks, okay, the participants checked and prepared different questionnaires in order to extract information from them. Also extracting, we are analyzing right now the information from the app, okay, because if you can imagine the intake of the different foods for all the meals for all the days, okay, during 12 weeks. So this is what we are analyzing. And in the case of the group centered in the study, in the intervention with children, imagine an intervention more or less similar to adults, okay, but with a particularity. They are children. They cannot use directly the app, okay? So we need to adapt and to train their parents in order to use the app and to try to follow it, okay? So the engagement is different in this way. Well, in this case, this is what they are doing in Greece. Anyone here is able to translate this? Kostas, you don't.
This is something that informs the patients what they have to do and if they want to take part in the trial.
Thanks, Costa. This is why, okay, Kostas is here, but I didn't want to use him to translate.
It's a consent form.
Yeah. So this is what they are doing, but I translated some of the information, okay, for you. This is just to let you know that we split it in 4 different groups of children, okay? We have normal children. I don't say lean, okay? I say normal children that are jumping, moving all the day. You're suffering some of them, okay? Across your life. Yeah, okay, 100. And now children with different pathologies. You know, children, obese children. Now we have obesity, not overweight in the case of adults, okay? Obesity, pathology. Children with gluten diseases, you know, celiac disease, okay? And also children with allergy to cow's milk proteins, okay? These are 3 different pathologies with a specific gut microbiota composition and functionality, and trying to move and to modify them. This is what we are doing right now, okay? And you'll see nice results on this because of the adaptation of the use of tannins and the personalized nutrition is different depending on the kind of the diseases we have, okay? So, at the end, they are performing the same kind of intervention, okay? Control group, treatment group, but in this case, we are talking about children. And children, you know, are our future. So, we are giving the best of us to all the children participating here. So, all of them are having the analysis of urine metabolism, okay? Because of the analysis of this metabolomics test is able to detect different metabolic modifications they have from the inborn, okay? So they can be diagnosed of different kind of metabolic disorders that is not able to analyze it in another kind of techniques. So we use for all the children, and depending on the group, they can be use the placebo, okay, food supplements without tannins, or using personalized foods. This was especially difficult to prepare this because of we tried first to enrich these foods, for example, with riboflavin, you know. And what happened there? You know, riboflavin. First, it's yellow. Imagine a cocoa bread stick, okay, brown with the yellow. So you have a pink one. Bread, pink, it's not the same. But also the taste is horrible, okay? So, but we unraveled that the production of riboflavin was enough for these children, so remove riboflavin, okay, for the food composition, and now try to add tannins. What is the best mixture of the different tannins we have? We have been fighting on this, okay? But at the end, this can be done, and this is what we are testing. So, this is just a regular overview of what we have been doing. Now, if Francis wants to stand up and to start the discussion of all of us, okay? We are open to the general discussion on questions on whatever, okay? Yeah?
Thank you very much.
No, you too.